This is the escape from the painted bedchamber part 2. We're doing this as one video, there's no editing, it's just me, you and the camera, and I'm going to show you how the attic space works. I'm now going to turn the camera around, let's go. So starting from the fireplace, panning round, leaving the painted bedchamber, putting you in the mindset of the priest hunters now. Imagine you're a priest hunter and you're coming up the stairs here, up the spiral staircase. The only way into the attic for them in those days was up the continuation of the spiral staircase. We no longer use this bit of the staircase as it's too dangerous to walk on, but if I just step on the bottom couple of steps, I'll be okay. And pan it round, remember that doorway there. Of course, it's a modern door, but that is the way that the priest hunters would make their way into the attic. As I said, no fancy editing on this one. We're making our way straight down the Nine Worthies passage. Going up the modern way into the attic now. This never used to be the way in. So up through a door, into the room directly above the painted bedchamber. So the priest climbs up the false fireplace, and this is where he finds himself, just in the corner. So he gets into this space, but he needs to go up again. And can you see above my head, we have some nail marks and a bit of lath. This was once a ceiling. And above this ceiling is a corridor. There's a couple of doorways further down, and at the far end you can see a light on. And that is a priest hide that you're going to see in part 3. But how does he get up here in the first place? Well, comes up the false fireplace and goes through this door, or a doorway that was here originally. The attic is like a rabbit warren. It really does confuse people. We don't bring the public up here anymore, as you can probably see why. But up here, you can see this piece of glass. Originally, there was a trap door there that would have blended in beautifully. You wouldn't have even known it was there. And that's how the priest gets up onto that level of the attic above the ceiling. So he goes up there. If I pan the camera around from a previous video, you may remember the last hiding place to be found in the house in the summer of 1954, and that's there. That doorway I told you to remember from the spiral staircase is just over here. So this is how the priest hunters would originally get in, and they would get completely lost up here. It really is confusing. You can't really see it from the camera. Look how wonky that door frame is. Absolutely brilliant. Right, so remember, trapdoor. Back over the top of the painted bedchamber. So the priest is now safely up through that trapdoor and on the level directly above. So he makes his way down the corridor above this room, through that doorway up there, and then above the ceiling here. And you can see we have some ceiling still here, look, original plasterwork. But if you want to see into the large priest hole, you've got to wait for part 3. I hope you followed that. That is, watch that again, because it was all over the place.